but we're here. Okay, I was gonna wait till October 1st because last year I started at the last couple days of September, but it is the last day of September. It's September 30th, and we're about to go Christmas ornament shopping in our Ivy Park because it's Ivy Park season. So we are at CanadianTire, which is the first place that I go for Christmas ornaments every year. The dogs. Okay, so every year I come here first because at least my store, they load so early. They're always ready by October 1st. And you know, I'm Christmas all year long, all the time. So it's very exciting to see it all out. And the prices are great. So for under $10, I can get a really high quality ornament and then I can buy in volume. So I am sticking to a budget of $100 this year at this store, which is very low for me. So I'm hoping they just have a couple things I really want so I can buy in volume. Okay. They're literally setting it up right now. Someone just left, but look. Good deal. Love it. Woo. Woo. Meters. That. No price on it. Checking for difference. No, I'm okay. Okay, we're just leaving. So I just asked her, so nice, the girl could tell, am I the first person to buy ornaments? She's like, no, weeks. Mostly wreaths, she said, wreaths and garlands. And so that's what I didn't see because that's not my thing. Because we came like a week. September 20th. Is anybody out? A little bit. Not much. We actually came too early. They're not fully set up, so we'll be coming back, which is good. So some empty things. So I didn't find anything actually that I needed to buy like 10 of, which is sort of nice, but I did buy those stockings. those stocking holders that I said I would not buy. I saw them online, I said I'm not gonna buy those. I need to focus on ornaments. But they're incredible. I'm sure I'll use them for years and years. So actually we didn't buy that much. We felt pretty calm. I usually feel like sort of in a high panic, but I'm staying on budget. I am completing this project I've been working on. So we are going to be very aware, and mindful, and buy the best stuff. So now I'm gonna head to HomeSense and I'll show you what I got at home. We're back. So these are the mice that I got, and I'm going to go back and get probably two more, the guy in the green coat, because I have a green coat, and I think it was an angel in the dress, in the white sequiny dress. So look how pretty that is. Like the quality, yes, they're $10, and we like it to be under $10, but they're really good. And you can find, like, the mice sort of thing is so popular. It's not something I'm really that excited about, but these just were so cute. And they're probably a little bit less expensive than some of the other ones you'll find. They're probably, my guess is a lot of these other ones are gonna be like 16 at like a specialty store. But look how good the skirt is. right? Like you actually have, like that's not going to flake off. That's sort of imprinted into the tool. Look how beautiful that is. So she's called, and they have names. Shimmer, Juniper. She's carrying some dried flowers. I really like mint green. I know that's more of a sage, and a sage green too, obviously. Sagey minty green. I just thought that was great. And I like to go through in person and check that they have a cute face, because I like animals to have a cute face. What's her name? Clara. Ooh. So, so she's gonna go on my main tree with the moon. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. Well, there's one that's like the ultimate, but it's like a surprise for one of my trees that I got from there, and I modified the skirt of it, so I just have to leave it. I'm sorry, but you can't get, unfortunately, it's like 5 years old. Oh, what I want to talk about is the cake ornament. So their cake ornament, which is beautiful. So this high quality looking cake ornament, I did glue this on. I believe it's from Papyrus, which we don't have anymore. I don't know if they still have it in the US, but it did close down here. They have great ornaments. Go and look if they have it. So usually these cake ornaments will be like $16.99 or more. They're $6.49, $6.99. So yeah, it's a color I don't like, but most kids and stuff like those bright colors. So that's a place to find it if you're trying to find one of those cake ornaments, okay? And you can probably modify the color. It's not easy. I've made many mistakes. We're gonna hopefully be doing it right with the that red truck, which they always have. They've had that for like over 5 years. We're gonna be painting that like a beige. So hopefully that works out this year, but I wouldn't take on painting it until you have experimented. And with an ornament you do not like, that is very inexpensive in the same material. Things to go and look for right now that are on sale, and things that maybe didn't sell out last year that I love, and I did see on sale at the end of last season, which means anything that's left over will be there. Like it wasn't some of the ornaments that sold out, but they should have. The first is this, it's called the Selfie Mouse. They don't have it this year. They had it 2 years in a row, so I thought maybe they'd have it again. I wouldn't have to worry when recommending this, but no, sold out. Sorry, no longer making it. So it has a brocade skirt, which means it's raised and usually shiny, so the pattern is beautiful. Rose gold cover on the phone. He's just so cute. And that really is the main kind of ornament that I ended up buying this year, which I wasn't expecting, which is the mice. They had such beautiful mice. Clocking in at number 1. Just in the middle of sorting everything out. Everything isn't in place yet. It is October 5th. Okay. Is this greenhouse. Now, usually you see these as glass, and really they don't look that great always. You know, they're kind of bubbly and chunky. So this in metal is spectacular. Look at that. I love the wreath. I think the brownish, it's a light, I don't know, it's a very caramelly, medium value brown. Beautiful. Hate this. I assume it's faux suede. Better be, but I'm going to remove it. I don't want anything that even implies an animal product. But I also don't even think it looks good. I think it would look better with the green. So isn't that beautiful? So these did not sell out, which I couldn't believe. I think they were only $8.99. They could have been $10.99. Either way, it's way cheaper than the glass ones, and this looks better. So look for these. They're either going to be in the brights section or in the gold section. Oh, so pretty. So they didn't sell out last year, so I bought my bare minimum, which is what I usually do. And then if something goes on sale, I will buy in volume. So I ended up getting a lot of them. So now I can pepper them all over my big tree this year, and I'm so happy. The reason my store didn't have any is I think because I bought them all last year. So just your store might have them. So just go right now. Next, the gardening tools. And this is probably one of my favorite ornaments. Like it's just so good. You don't have to worry about it breaking, like if you have pets and stuff. So pretty the gold is. And it's the most beautiful green. Like the ribbon that they used was so beautiful that it ended up, here we go. It ended up being a part of the styling for this whole tree. So I went because I needed some smaller ornaments for scale as it goes up the little tree, right? Because a smaller tree, it's harder to find small enough ornaments as you go up. So this guy got these, like a pack of these at London Drugs. And then I found these bows, and look at how good that matches. And I glued them on with a glue gun. I'm not done yet. I'm gonna hang some from a thinner string. So we're not quite done the tree, but you get the idea. I think those are the main from sale last year. And these are from there, but this is from 2 years ago. And I got them on sale more. I bought some regular price, and then I saw them on Boxing Day, got more, and then I got them at the beginning the next year, you know, the October 1st kind of timeline. I got a bunch of these. They have a twist tie at the back that should be changed to silver. And this, I believe, this should be the same fabric on the other side because it looks bad when you do the 360 around the tree and you can see it. Like when I go right into that room, it looks terrible. But so you really need to have the same color on the back. It's nice to have a dimensional bow like this. They don't have these this year, and I don't think you'll find them because, like I said, it's 2 years old. And I think this is basting, like to firm it up, that they've ironed on. So if you're gonna sew, make sure there's space to get a twist tie in, because that's how you attach it so nicely. That looks so good like that. I was going to say go run and look for this, but it's a regular item this year. So I think it's about $6.49, good price, $6.99. So it's a large, and it has, they're not beads, and they're not like tiny, tiny little, somewhere between beads and little sequiny bits. Do you know what I mean? So it is lighter if they were beads. Like the cup, if they were beads, it would be heavier. But look how big that is. So that is like perfect for a large tree. It's hard to find things of scale like this. So love this one. These did go on sale last year and I got a bunch. Another guy from last year is this. I just would change this to green or brown. But it is resin, so it's heavy. Might be good in a kid's room or if you're doing a nursery themed tree. I just think it's very cute. Something from last year that is regular are the bows. The bows sell out first. So if you're not sure, just get the bows. They have a 90-day return policy as long as things are returned before Christmas. So you're better off buying whatever ornaments you think are going to work and then returning them. I wouldn't take a lot of time though. I wouldn't take more than like a couple weeks, but I wasn't sure if I was going to do a brown tree because I felt this impulse towards brown this year, which is very unlike me. I have like a very bold style. Even this, I'm like, whoa, this is very tamed down. So, you know, you evolve and have many layers. So I did get these just in case I do a tiny tree that has some brown, which I got this, by the way, beautiful brown blazer, which I hope works. It's the second one. The first one didn't work out, you know, with a big chunky shoulder. Okay, coming. So I hope that works out. So these together would look good. I think I forgot to mention this. This guy, I believe, like it's such good quality. I believe that they stippled glue and then they did the actual gold leaf, you know, those sheets in a copper and then dusted it off. And that's why it just looks so high quality. This to me looks better than a $20 glass one. So the last one, sorry, it's my editing computer, I'm not all set up yet. The last one is this. It's like $3.49 right now. Didn't do well last year, so but I think this is a good gift. I think if they had done a different color, it would have done well. Probably a teal or a turquoise. Look for this guy. There's some other black ornaments too, but I think would look great as a back to basics tree for that Christina Aguilera album. And this is a regular item right now. They had it last year and they still have it. The microphone. Like this is from many years ago. I just want to give you an idea of, because of the price on it. They used to have the price on the front. Of the good quality and how they always do like a good fabric as the skirt. I don't know if this is like a fox or a bear, but it's just good. And that's good for a kid's room, right? If they have stuff, if you have pets and smaller kids, if it falls on the floor, it's not the end of the world. So I was trying this metal. This is from there too, but another year. Sometimes you have to have, you know, things that don't break. There's situations, right? We saw this there. I think it's amazing. This for a kid's room, silver little tree. Just this, or maybe one other ornament, but just the dimensions of it, even though I try to avoid plastic for me, just like style-wise, and just want to have like fabrics and glass mostly. It's just so good. And I think they should make it in silver and 3 different pinks. So you can do like sort of an ombre effect, or if you have a pink tree or a green tree, you have the silver. It's beautiful. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet, but the Canadian Tire is a franchise store. So you cannot order online from one main center and just get all the ornaments that you want. It's that specific store that's near you or within range where they will ship to you. That's where you're getting it from. So if you needed a couple ornaments in different places, you'd have to do different orders. And I don't know what the shipping is because I always go to the store. Now, I found that things have changed year after year. So once they had in-store pickup and then another year they didn't have it. And I was like, is this true? Am I missing out? Maybe I missed something, but, and then they didn't have shipping. I don't need it. It's close, but, just keep in mind that you really want to go into the store, and if you have a couple stores relatively near you, you may have to go to all of them to get the volume of the specific ornament that you want. You know, if you're like me and you're trying to get like 10 or 8 of a certain ornament so that you can put them on your tree in mass, right? That's just something to consider, because I remember thinking, oh, I can bring in, they'll order me in 12 from another location. I'll pick it up at my local store. No, franchise. Go early, because last couple of days of September, first week of October, people like me are going there to buy the stuff that was on sale from Boxing Day last year, and their sale is very good. The sales are typically peppered throughout the colors. It's not like in a sale section, so you have to look through, and it'll usually just say clearance, and there's like a red tag. And that's what I did. That's how I got this ornament, super cheap in volume. This cute bird ornament. I wanted this, but I was like over budget last year. I just was like, no, I can't, because I want like 10 of them, and they're like $8.99. $100, right? So it went on sale. I think I got them for $3.50, and I got some one year at the end of the season, just before Christmas. They actually their Boxing Day starts early, at least for my store, right? It's because it's like owned by a different person. They're going to be a little bit different, right? So it happens to be about the 20th of December. So if you're on a budget, you could even just see what they have. They don't have much. It's super picked over by then, but you could go just before Christmas and see what you can get. You know what I mean? So got this little guy at the end of the season, some of them, and then I guess they found more in the back, and the next year early I got the rest. So I think I have like 8 or 10. And I always look for if it's an animal ornament, I look for a cute face, because I want them to look happy. Sometimes they have sad faces. I'm going to take off these feathers. I don't like feathers because I don't know how they've been obtained, let's say. But I think these could be fake, but I don't know. So I prefer this. Maybe like organza or tulle or something. So we have a bunch of these cutie pies. Now you have time and leeway with Canadian Tire. So I find there's lots of stuff even in November. So if you buy before November 14th, you should be fine. I would just make sure I'm shopping in October with the 90-day return. What you don't end up using, bring it back in November. Someone else will be thrilled. Something was sold out, now they can find it. You know what I mean? We're not quite done the tree. I'm gonna put more of these, pull more of this green in because of that Canadian Tire ornament I love so much. You know, we're still working on it. Oh, the other thing, there's a really beautiful jam ornament that did terribly last year. I bought it as a gift for somebody. It is so cute. One that isn't as good has sold for like $16+ from another company. And I would totally recommend that. It's a really good gift. They have some stuff for kids. They have some plastics for kids. They have the I'm sorry, I just think they're really hideous, the Crocs. Okay, I saw that for $16 to $20 last year at a place, at a fancy place, and they had it for a super cheap price. And I'm pretty sure that was glass. And then in plastic, they had the Stanley Cup, which is so popular, which I don't understand at all and don't want. But that's not the point. It's not for me. But they just, if you're going want to get someone a gift, because I think gift giving can be a waste of money because people don't really want the stuff and you're just buying all this Christmas junk. And so when I stopped doing that, I started investing in myself and in decor. It makes me happy, makes other people who see it happy, and you're reusing it in different ways over and over the years. So that's when I kind of stopped with the Christmas gift giving. Obviously you give to kids, but sometimes I will give someone an ornament if I know their style, I know what their tree's like, because for me, I do like different trees all the time. So, and I'm just like piling up the different styles, and then eventually after a couple of years you have enough to actually do that tree. But most people have a certain style that they're doing on their tree. So if I know that they'll like that ornament, that's a great place, because I'm giving them something really good and it's not expensive. Put it in a little bag, you're done, you know? Now this little stinker made the budget really, well, we stayed on budget. That's why I didn't buy the mouse with the white dress, but we are going to go back and go $10 over. Sorry. So this, because buying 2 of these is $50, but I have something which I can't show yet that this matches so well, and I just think it's really beautiful. I also think that this style where you put 2 stockings is brilliant, because then you've got 4 stockings covered with 2. But I realized maybe that doesn't look good so close together. And I haven't tried it yet, and my stockings are still boxed away, so I can't show you what that looks like. I've sort of just decided that that looks so nice on its own that we're just going to keep it. I've got wallpaper on the mantle so you'll be able to see the pattern through the bow. I think that's beautiful. And I get $24 probably isn't much, but sometimes in your head you're just like, I want it to be $14.99. I don't know. You could rub and buff this and get a slightly different gold tone and maybe get some shadow and even do some of the black rub and buff, and you could, you know, go to another level. There were a few teeny tiny empty shelves, so we'll go back at least one more time. If you don't normally shop here for Christmas ornaments, I hope this has inspired you to go check out Canadian Tire, and happy decorating.